Hey there, YouTube. This is 13 Dragonblade, aka Itachi13, coming at you with a Sea Lancer deck profile. Yes, you heard me, Sea Lancer. It's getting quite popular. So, let's start this deck off. This is the main guy, why it got popular. It's so good. It is Sea Lancer. Once while he's on the field, you can attach any number of fish, sea serpent, or aqua type monsters to this card, and he gains 1,000 attack for each. So, give it 1, 23, give it 2, 33, so on and so forth. It protects itself, so if it would be destroyed, you detach from it instead. It's a really good card, really annoying to get with, and it's technically a boss monster. 3 Swamp Frogs necessary for every frog deck. You have to run it at 3. I finally got myself on 3 of these. I had the 2 originally, then I finally was able to trade for the 3rd, so it's a good card. Just to quickly explain it, you discard a water monster, you special it, and it immediately Foolish Burials a frog for you. Then, once per turn, you can bounce a monster, which in this case it would be him. You bounce a face-up monster, and then you're allowed to normal summon another frog monster except Frog the Jam or him, and yeah, that actually helps bring out some Exceeds. The searcher of the deck, Dupe Frog, or as I like to call him, Derp Frog. Look at him. Anyway, so he searches out everything. You equip him with Sea Lancer, he still searches. He's a 2K defender. And then the frog that I don't have, I need to get this guy. It's 3 poison draw frogs. Basically, when he's sent from the field of the graveyard, except by battle, you draw 1 card. Which, of course, if he's equipped with Sea Lancer, you get to draw cards multiply. Ronin Totem. Like Swamp Frog, this starts off your engine. You Swamp Frog for a Ronin Totem, and then after that you just start setting up your graveyard. You have the Ronin Totems remove stuff, and start banishing your frogs for Sea Lancer and setting up your plays. Along with setting up a field full of Gachi-Gachis, which I'll explain later. I would run this, I'm going to put Salvage in there instead of this, but Carrieroid is actually quite good, because a lot of cards target now. When an effect happens that would destroy your spawn traps, you discard them and negate the effect that targets, which MST, all that stuff. Sangan switches out everything, don't really need to say anything more. Caius, this is for frogs, obviously. You use it with Swamp Frog, you bounce the Caius, and then you slap it on the field again, and you remove something else. Gores, I don't really need to explain, just an OTK stopper. And of course, all frog decks run this. Dark Death Spirit. You remove a frog, special the Ronin Totem, tribute drop this, nuke the field, and attack for 22, as long as they don't have any back row. That is unassuming. Spell cards. We have Reborn and Pot of Avarice. Pot of Avarice actually works because your graveyard gets filled quite quickly. Same thing with Reborn. Reborn is good. Pot of Avarice and Reborn are just pretty staples. Same thing with this. Full and heavy. Gotta destroy the whole field. Field nuking is fun. Same reason behind the Lightning Vortex, and to discard the frog that you don't need. I would run 2, like I said. I need to get my hands on the Salvage. This card's amazing. You get back everything. You get back Sea Lancer, you get back any of your frogs. It just lets you explode. Foolish Burial for Ronin Totem purposes. More staples, MST, and Book of Moon. Just some back row hate. And general tuner exceed hate, all that stuff. And we go on to traps. Black Horn of Heaven. Black Horn of Heaven is good, it's just a cheaper warning. You negate a special summon. Super simple. Use this to negate monster effects since we don't play Veilers in this deck. Oh Fish. You set it. You target one of your banished aqua type fish or sea serpent monsters, so you flip it up. Your opponent activates the monster effect, and you say no just by shuffling it back into your deck, not minusing at all. Solemn Judgment. I don't have the Solemn Brigade, but this is the only Solemn I run, because you have to run Judgment. And so with the Solemn Brigade, we play these. We play Magic Dreams. Magic Dreams is actually quite good. You negate their spell, and they have to discard a spell card to negate that card, which is really annoying, makes them -1. two bottomless since we don't play warnings. Bottomless is actually quite good. And then other staples. We have a Call of the Haunted and a Mirror Force. Just the basic stuff for protection, and revival, monster revival. Moving into the extra deck, which is not very big, but I'll tell you what you do need to have for this deck. You need to have at least 1 to 2 Dark Mists, because Dark Mist is amazing, and you can make him extremely easily with this deck. He's meant for running over stuff. And if you saw my Agent Tech Fairy build, you'll see that I ran him too. If I had more, I would run more. And then, of course, you have to run this guy at 3. He's so good. You can crank out Gotchi Gotchi, pump up your dudes, and just have him stack on the field. It's really, really good. And annoying to get around. And then just the one random rank 4, a Wind-Up Zen Meister. This will be a Utopia eventually. I'm not so big on the extra deck that much, but the main thing that I like to do is obviously stacking for Gotchis and Dark Mists. Anyway, it's a very short deck profile for you guys, and wanted to let you know it is actually one of the sort of top decks here in the format, besides the new Mermails coming out. This is Itachi13 signing out.